Hi there folks, it's Matt Haysom with this week's market review of what's going on in and around our local market. Several things I want to cover off this week. Firstly, are property prices already on the rise in 2020? Also, a number of buyers are still complaining there's not much property on the market. And then finally, some really big positive growth news for our company at Cobden and Hastings I look forward to sharing with you. So let's start at the top. Are property prices on the rise? Well, as sales are starting to accumulate as we move deeper into February, there is evidence of some really strong prices being achieved, and I want to have a look at several sales that we've conducted over the last week alone. Starting with 126 Roundtree Street in Birchgrove. Now this is a marquee location, probably one of the most sought after pockets in the 2041 postcode. Beautiful 2 bedrooms, 2 bathroom terrace, and you know when you walk into a property and it's just got that lovely welcoming feel and flow and great light, that's what this property exuded in spades, and it was competitively pursued at auction on Saturday, selling for $2.1 million. We then swing across to St George's Crescent in Drummoyne, this magnificent waterfront apartment, 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, double car parking, wonderful high-end features, great facilities in the complex, and that property sold for $4 million by Dan Patterson, again showing that highlight and interest in that top end of the market. Then we swing across to Lilyfield, where Ben Southwell from our Annandale office worked in conjunction with an Eastern Suburbs agent to conclude the sale at 42 Alberto Street in Lilyfield, which set a residential record for that suburb. So are prices on the rise? Certainly on this evidence, it would suggest that they are, and we're still continuing to see that high level of energy and intent on the part of buyers to secure a property either at or before the auction. And then, speaking of buyers, many are still complaining that there isn't many opportunities to purchase a property on the market at the present time, despite evidence suggesting that the inventory available right at the moment is much higher than at the same period as last year. Potentially one of the contributing factors that we would see at the moment is this increasing number of properties which are being sold off market or they're not available on the major portals. I know at the moment our company has over 20 listings which are being pushed around off market, some with a minor amount of marketing, some with no marketing whatsoever. So if you are an active buyer in the market, I highly recommend that you get onto our database, register your details so you can stay on top of some of these quietly promoted listed properties. And then finally, some big growth news for our company here at Cobden and Hastings. At the back end of 2019, we had a number of mergers and acquisitions, and I just thought I'd share them with you. Firstly, Gerard McCarthy Real Estate, which was operating in Balmain, Rozelle and Lilyfield, had folded into our company in Balmain. And then across in Annandale, we merged with Richardson and Wrench in Leichhardt, which was a 30-year family-owned and run business by the Sulfaro family. Great legacy, great history with that company, and we very much welcome the new generation of Frank and Santos into Annandale. And then across in Lane Cove, this is big news. We have opened our 5th office location this year, which is headed up by our long-term director, Peter Gordon. We acquired the Stone real estate business in that space. So we've already got a great team on the ground there. And did you know that outside of Lane Cove, the inner west region is the #1 most sought after searchers looking for a new home in that market. So we're looking to build on that synergy into 2020 and super excited about that. So that's it for this weekend, folks. We've got some great properties coming onto the market, some good properties going under the hammer for auction, and our entire team looks forward to seeing you out and about. Thanks for watching. See you all next week.